next 10 years are pretty exciting. In fact, I can't even think what will happen in the next 10 years, but I will definitely tell you a lot is happening in the next 2 to 3 years for sure, right? Especially the India tech stack. So quite a few things are coming together, and this is enabling us to make the entire process frictionless. So as you know that insurance has been having a lot of friction because buying process was not that simple. But over the years, a lot has improved. But over the next 3 years, you will actually see a major jump in this, right? And once you have decided to buy a life insurance policy, I think it's going to happen in a jiffy. Earlier, it used to take a lot of time, which is what the huge data enablement, which is the India tech stack I'm specifically talking about, that is going to do. Which is not 10 years, but I think in the next 2 to 3 years, you will see major change. For example, let's look at the ABHA thing, right? So ABHA in itself is going to be a major enabler, especially for the life insurance company, right? Also for the general insurance company, say the health insurance space, right? So that's the big benefits which will start coming in. So a lot is happening there, a combination of the India tech stack plus the usage of data, right? So the various data which is made available through third-party sources, that will help us underwrite in a much better way, which definitely then gets passed on to the customer in the form of a better experience and in the form of a better price. So I think that's where it is. No, it's a very right move to do. Finally, it's the end user's data or the customer's data, right? And he has every right to protect it and also have the authority to identify and authorize where it needs to be used and how. Right. So having said that, it's a two-way process. So the moment, and it's the biggest thing which will come through, which is actually there and which will get reinforced further, is the consent of the customer. Right. Where I'm coming from is, in this case, with that, what we are actually doing is the ownership of the customer's data is with the customer. He decides how he himself is going to use it, or rather take advantage of it, and how others can use it. Right. So that enables him to be on the hot seat, and he himself is going to see those benefits in the coming years by authorizing the use of data. He's going to get more personalized suggestions, solutions, and also pricing. Right. So those are the benefits which makes it two-way. It helps both the manufacturer, the distributor, and the customer, right? Which helps all three of us become much more productive. It helps me as a customer to also get very personalized solutions, suggestions, and at a very good price, right? Which is not one price fits all. I can customize it. I can actually tweak it to make that product process work better for me. So there are various benefits, but rather than kind of keeping it open to all, I as a customer will be on the hot seat or in the driving position to decide how it gets used. I think that's a big move, and that's a very positive move. So if you notice, the new buzzword for collaboration is ecosystem, right? It's an era of ecosystems. In fact, the thing is, if you're not part of an ecosystem, it's difficult to survive. In fact, as per me, you can't survive. You need all of those things come together, because it's finally the end customer who is basically the source for everything, and he needs all of that, right? He's experienced to having this kind of service, this kind of an experience, right? And he would want that. It's essential for us to collaborate on those lines, be a part of that ecosystem, because there are certain things which we provide, there are certain things which others provide to us. So all those things, when it comes together, you get a product or an experience or a service which is wonderful, which is basically, and that is more than wonderful. It has gone into a space where as a customer we have started experiencing it. We don't give manufacturers or distributors too much time. If I don't like it, I just skip you and move to another one. So it's more in my interest to be part of that ecosystem and ensure that I deliver first time right using all those mechanisms. So it's a necessity. It's at most essential that you collaborate and be a part of this ecosystem.